Hey guys, AJ with MTB Bench Rider. We're out here and I am definitely building the biggest feature that I've done yet in our backyard trail build. Whale tail. Free wheelie. I don't know. Play around with some names. We'll see what it comes up with. But I got it framed out. Still got some work to do, put the decking on, and I got to figure out a few other braces and then drag it out to our location. We'll dig it in the spot and set it. Let's take a look. So I pretty much guesstimated all of my angles and cuts. I laid a bunch of it out flat on the ground first, and then did one side and traced the other. So I'm going to put a couple more braces in between here for our joining sections to make all the joints a little bit more structurally sound. But then I'm also going to be putting some posts in the ground, and I'll secure it all that way as well. So in total, it's just under 16 feet. I think it looks pretty good. All right, guys, we're out here in the woods. Drug it out to the location. It's the next day. It's blistering hot, but luckily we're in the shade under the canopy here. So, got a nice little run up. We'll film that real quick. So I'm gonna clean up some of this for a little bit. It's gonna come in. There'll be a little berm jump onto it. Whale tail, and then the landing, and then the trail continues down. So we're gonna set some posts and get started. Alright, we got one post set. I'm gonna use the level, make sure we're good, and then I'll set the other post. Alright, so when I'm out here with myself, or not a lot of hands, I like to use these quick clamps, because I can clamp to one end, kind of get it set in place, and then use the other end and kind of lift it and rotate it, and then once I get it in a spot that I feel good about, then I go ahead and nail it down. Alright, the one thing that works really good for packing in post holes is the end of the shovel. It makes a nice round divot into the dirt, really compacts it, and it's in a nice tight space. So as I go through a couple shovel loads, ram this down in there, get it nice and packed down at the bottom of the post, and then work my way up to the top. Once you get kind of around the post packed, got this guy for Christmas, the cloud. Use the edge of it to get real nice and tight around the top of the post, and then pack the surface in. Let's get to it. So we have the framing set in place. Now all that's left to do is the decking. I have all those boards right there, 8 foot long. I'm gonna cut them at 32 inches each. That gives me 3 per board, and we're gonna lay all the decking out. Here we go. Alright, so one builder tip. When you look at the end of the grain on the wood, you want your grain to be doing a rainbow pattern right side up. That way when water gets into it and soaks in, it sheds out the edges like it's supposed to, and it doesn't lock it in and sit here in the bottom. If it's upside down, that'll cause it to rot sooner. So always double check it goes that way. Feels pretty good, but it's blistering hot out. You can't tell. Really, really bad. So, I'm gonna call it quits for the day. I gotta pick up some more decking pieces and still shape in the kicker to get onto this, and then a landing.